Hello and welcome to CodeChef. Today we are starting an exciting journey into one of the most fundamental topics in computer science, sorting. If you've ever organized your bookshelf, arranged files alphabetically, or seen a leaderboard in a game, you've encountered sorting in action. Sorting is absolutely everywhere in computing, from search engine ranking results to social media organizing posts by time. Understanding sorting algorithms is crucial for any programmer, and today we'll discuss why. Before we start, make sure you have the CodeChef compiler ready to practice. The link is in the description below. Let's learn why sorting is so important and solve our first sorting problem together. Let's get started.
Sorting. Sorting is a process of arranging elements in a systematic way, typically in ascending or descending order. Think of real-world examples like contacts list on your phone, names are arranged alphabetically. E-commerce websites where products are sorted by price, ratings, or popularity. Email inbox where messages are sorted by date, and playlists where songs are arranged by title or artist. In programming, we sort numbers, strings, dates, and even complex objects. Now let's look at an interactive animation to understand this visually. Okay. So as you can see, this inverted graph was not arranged in order, and when we click the sort button, we can see that this is arranged in smallest to the largest arrangement of ascending order. Now let's look at a numeric basic example. This is an unsorted array. Now, a sorted ascending order would look like 1 being the smallest element, 9 being the largest, arranged to 1, 2, 5, 8, 9. And this would be the descending order where 9 is the largest element and it decreases to 1, the smallest element. So today we'll learn why sorting is important, how sorting enables faster algorithms, key properties of stability and in-place sorting. This is the foundation for understanding powerful algorithms like bubble sort, selection sort, merge sort, and quick sort that we'll cover in the upcoming videos. Importance of sorting. Now let's explore some crucial reasons for sorting. First being efficient searching. Remember binary search? It only works on sorted data. Sorting enables incredibly fast search options. An unsorted array looks like this. In linear search, we search for 22, check 4 elements, which takes a time complexity of big O of n. This looks like a sorted array, and in binary search was 22, it checks the third element, which is big O of log n. But for large data sets, this difference is massive. Optimizing algorithms. Many algorithms perform significantly better on sorted data. Finding duplicates in sorted data, duplicates are adjacent. This looks like an unsorted array. In here, you must compare all pairs to find duplicates. In a sorted data, you can find duplicates neighboring each other. Finding pairs with a sum. It's much easier with sorted data. Merging data sets, combining two sorted lists is big O of n. Data organization. Sorting makes many operations trivial. For example, finding median, the middle element in sorted array, finding mode, most frequent element, removing duplicates, just keep adjacent equal elements, finding kth, smallest or largest. We get direct access in a sorted array. Improve user experience. Users expect organized data. So product listings sorted by price, search results ranked by relevance, leaderboards showing top scores, news feed ordered by time. In real world, without sorting, search engines would be useless, databases would be incredibly slow, and modern computing, as we know, wouldn't exist. Sorting concept. Now let's look at a problem. Sort 3 integers in ascending order without using any built-in sorting function. Now for example, we have an input of 527 and an output of 357. Why start with 3 numbers? With just 3 numbers, we can use simple comparisons to understand the logic before learning complex algorithms. So we'll do manual comparison over here. We'll use a series of if-else statements to compare and swap. First, we compare first 2 numbers, swap if needed, compare last 2 numbers, swap if needed, and compare first 2 again, ensure they are still in order. The logic is if A is greater than B, swap them. If B is greater than C, swap them. If A is greater than B, swap them again in case the previous swap changed them. So the example walkthrough is initially we have A as 5, B as 2 and C as 7. So here first one is if A is greater than B, 5 is greater than 2, yes. So we swap A is 2 and B is 5. Now if B is greater than C, B is 5, C is 7. So we don't have to swap. Now our third step is if A is greater than B, A is smaller than B, so we don't have to swap again. So we have our final of 2, 5, 7. This might seem simple, but it is the foundation of all sorting algorithms. Compare and swap. What is a stable sort? A sorting algorithm is stable if it maintains a relative order of equal elements. Imagine we have students with scores and names. So we have Alice 85, Bob with 90, Charlie 85. So these are our scores and we have our names and we want to sort by score. In stable sort, we can see that we have arranged this in order where Alice of score 85 is kept first, 85 score Charlie is second and 90 scoring Bob is kept third. So this is an ascending order, and in unstable sort, we have Charlie coming first, Alice coming second, third as Bob. We have sorted this alphabetically as well and arranged it in the ascending order of the scores. Here we do not have it alphabetically arranged, so this is an unstable sort. Why does stability matter? In real world scenarios, e-commerce product list, so first it's sorted by rating, so 5 stars first, 4 stars, etc. and then sorted by price within the same rating. So if sorting is unstable, the rating order gets messed up. In-place sorting. An in-place algorithm sorts the array using only a constant amount of extra space, big O of 1 space. So here you can see an original array. Here it is arranged within the same array. So this is just swapped between each other and it is rearranged. This is the same array. So the space used is just a few variables and not in space sorting. This is the original array. So then to create a sorted array, a completely new array is used for results. So this is a completely new array. The space used becomes an entire second array. Now why does this matter? Memory efficiency. In place, big O of 1 extra space and not in place, big O of n extra space. And for sorting 1 million elements, in place is just a few bytes extra and not in place is around 4 MB extra for just integers. For example, in place algorithm, bubble sort, we swap elements within array, selection sort, we find minimum and swap, insertion sort, we shift elements within array, quick sort, partition within array. Not in place is merge sort, which needs temporary arrays for merging, and counting sort, which creates separate count array. Now let's summarize what you've learned. Sorting is basically arranging elements in systematic order. The purpose is to enable faster operations and better organization. Why does sorting matter? First, it's efficient searching. It enables big O of log n binary search, algorithm optimization, many operations run faster on sorted data, data organization, user experience are the key properties. It provides stability, which preserves order of equal elements, and it is important for multi-criteria sorting. We also learned in-place sorting. In-place sorting is a big O of 1 extra space and not in-place is big O of n extra space. So the trade-off between memory and other factors are to be considered.
Amazing job today. You've learned why sorting is fundamental to computer science and understood key properties that differentiate sorting algorithms. Now head over to the CodeChef compiler and practice. Try sorting different numbers of elements, experiment with the 3-number sort, and think about how you might extend this to more numbers. Keep coding, keep learning, and I'll see you in the next video.